Welcome back, everybody, for another deep dive. This time, we're going all in on Ethereum
Ooh.
and the mind behind it, Vitalik Buterin.
All right.
So to really get into it, we've got some excerpts from an article all about Vitalik.
Sounds good.
And it is a fascinating story.
I bet.
You know, from gamer to like blockchain pioneer.
Yeah.
We're going to see just how much Vitalik's journey is like intertwined with Ethereum itself.
Yeah.
And how it might just reshape, well, everything.
Wow.
Even the metaverse.
It's pretty wild how someone's journey can be so connected to a tech that aims to revolutionize everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like large-scale systems.
It's true, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's start like right at the beginning.
Right.
Vitalik's early life.
Okay.
Born in Russia, moved to Canada at age 6.
Mm.
And the article really highlights how he was this math whiz.
Oh, wow.
Like right out the gate.
Okay.
He says he could add 3-digit numbers in his head.
Wow.
Twice as fast as any other kid in his class.
Yeah, that's interesting because I think that early affinity for complex systems,
Right.
it isn't uncommon.
Yeah.
Like among those who really kind of push the boundaries in tech, I think it goes beyond just talent, though.
Yeah.
It's like a way of thinking, like
Yeah.
a comfort with really intricate structures that most people find pretty daunting.
Yeah, and here's where it gets interesting.
Okay.
So he was this math prodigy,
Right.
but also super into World of Warcraft.
Oh, like the game.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
The thing that sparked his interest in decentralized systems
Okay.
was actually a change that Blizzard made
Oh, wow.
to his favorite character's abilities in the game.
Oh, so he was like upset about this change.
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
Wow, that's funny how like
Wow, that-
personal experiences can really drive innovation. It's
Yeah.
not always just about the technology, right?
Yeah.
It's like how people interact with it and
Yeah.
like the unexpected consequences.
Absolutely, yeah. And that experience, believe it or not,
Okay.
led him to Bitcoin in 2011. It was like a whole new world for him.
Wow.
He started writing for Bitcoin Magazine, traveling around, meeting developers.
That's quite a crash course.
Oh, yeah. Total crash course in cryptocurrency.
Yeah, so it's like within that world that
Yeah.
he kind of start to see a vision for something beyond Bitcoin.
Yeah.
He saw it as powerful, like a calculator,
Okay.
but also limited in its scope.
Right, right.
Yeah.
So he wanted a blockchain that was more like a smartphone, a
well-
platform that could support all sorts of applications.
That's essentially what Ethereum is, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
Ethereum is a platform built for decentralized applications.
Yeah.
dApps.
Yep, that.
And they're powered by smart contracts,
Right.
like self-executing agreements.
Yeah, it's really about building a whole ecosystem, not just a digital currency.
So a huge difference.
Yeah.
With Bitcoin, you have cryptocurrency.
Right.
But with Ethereum, you can create applications that are using that technology.
That's revolutionary.
I know, right?
Yeah.
But I'm sure this journey wasn't all smooth sailing.
Oh, absolutely not.
There had to be some bumps in the road.
One of the biggest challenges early on was the DAO hack.
Oh, right.
This was a decentralized organization built on Ethereum,
Okay.
and they raised millions of dollars,
That's
but
right.
they had a vulnerability in their code,
Oh,
and it was a major test for the whole ecosystem.
I bet. Like, that could have been the end.
Yeah, so what they decided to do was implement a hard fork,
Yeah.
essentially creating two versions of the blockchain.
Oh, wow.
One continued as Ethereum,
Right.
ETH, and the other became Ethereum Classic, ETC.
So ETC is like the original.
Kind of, yeah, it's like a spin-off.
Okay.
And this move was controversial, of course,
Right.
but it was probably vital to Ethereum's survival.
It's interesting, right?
Yeah.
Like, how do you navigate unforeseen issues in a decentralized system?
Right.
There's no one calling the shots.
And even today, people are still debating that decision.
It makes you think.
It really underscores how the evolution of this technology,
Yeah.
it's not just about code.
Right.
It's also about how we govern and adapt these systems as they grow and face real-world challenges.
So speaking of evolution, Ethereum 2.0.
Okay.
It was designed to address, limitations like scalability
Yeah.
and those high transaction fees.
Right. That was a big one.
Yeah, those really impacted everyday users.
Oh, yeah, those gas fees.
Yeah.
They became a barrier for a lot of people.
It's true.
So the ETH2 upgrade are a huge step forward in making it faster, cheaper, and just more efficient.
So two major components of that upgrade are proof of stake and sharding.
Yeah, can you explain those?
Yeah, so in the initial proof of work model, miners were using powerful computers to validate transactions and secure the network.
Right.
But that was super energy intensive.
Yeah, and that was a big concern for a lot of people.
Oh, yeah, the environmental impact was huge.
Right, so proof of stake.
Yeah.
It takes a different approach.
Okay.
Validators who stake their ETH as collateral, they're chosen to validate those transactions.
So it's like a security deposit almost.
Yeah, ensuring
good behavior. It's designed to be more energy efficient and potentially more secure.
Interesting.
Yeah. What about sharding then?
So sharding is all about increasing capacity.
Okay.
It's like, imagine splitting a highway into multiple lanes.
Okay.
So instead of processing all the transactions on one blockchain, they're distributed across different shards.
Okay.
So this means Ethereum can handle many more transactions simultaneously.
So faster and able to handle way more demand.
Exactly. It highlights the ambition and long-term vision behind Ethereum.
Yeah.
These aren't just tweets, right? They represent a fundamental shift in how the network operates.
Wow.
With far-reaching implications for its future.
And behind all of this is Vitalik Buterin.
Right.
And it's interesting how his background has played a role in Ethereum's journey, particularly his fluency in Chinese and his connections in the region.
Yeah, it's a great example of how someone's experiences can be valuable assets in unexpected ways.
Yeah, for sure.
And, I mean, his understanding of the Chinese market has definitely contributed to Ethereum's adoption there.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about Peking University establishing an Ethereum laboratory.
Wow.
The Royal Chinese Mint experimenting with the technology.
Very interesting.
Some parts of the world are very open to exploring this.
Yeah, and Buterin's influence goes beyond just China, too.
Oh, right.
For instance, his connection with Russia is significant.
Okay.
He's highly regarded there. He's met with Putin.
Wow.
And he's been involved with Ethereum Russia.
It really speaks to the global nature of this technology, doesn't it?
It really does, yeah.
Transcending geographical and political boundaries.
I think he's an ambassador for this tech.
Yeah.
Building bridges between different communities and cultures.
It makes you wonder, how did someone who came from a gaming background end up navigating this world?
That's where I think of Vitalik's unique combination of technical expertise and being able to explain complex concepts really shines.
Yeah.
He can bridge the gap between the technical and the conceptual.
It's true.
Which is so important for bringing this technology to a wider audience.
It's like he translates code into something everyone can understand.
Exactly. And that's essential because at its core, Ethereum is about more than just tech. It's about empowering individuals, fostering innovation, and building a more equitable and decentralized future.
It's like he's aiming to create something that goes beyond just the technical and touches on social and economic systems, too.
That's exactly what makes him so compelling.
Yeah.
He's not just building a better blockchain. He's trying to build a better world.
That's definitely a story worth exploring further. So let's take a deeper dive into the technical side of Ethereum next.
Sounds good to me. I think it's time we unravel the magic behind those smart contracts.
Yeah.
And the impact they're having on different industries.
Let's do it. Okay, so smart contracts.
Yeah.
What are they really?
Okay, so think of them as digital agreements that automatically enforce their terms when certain conditions are met.
Okay.
Like imagine a digital escrow agent built into the code.
Okay.
This eliminates the need for intermediaries like lawyers or banks in many cases.
Wow. So with smart contracts, we're basically automating trust.
Exactly.
That's huge.
It's a huge shift.
What kind of real world stuff are we seeing emerge from this?
I mean, we're seeing applications across so many sectors. Supply chain management, for example, being revolutionized by smart contracts that track goods and automate payments.
Wow.
Voting systems are becoming more transparent and secure with smart contracts.
That makes sense, yeah.
And then, of course, there's the whole world of DeFi.
Yeah, DeFi has been a hot topic lately. And NFTs as well.
Right.
How does Ethereum fit into all of this?
Well, Ethereum is the foundational infrastructure for a large part of the DeFi and NFT space.
Okay.
Decentralized exchanges, lending platforms, NFT marketplaces, a lot of them are built on Ethereum.
So Ethereum is like the bedrock.
It's a bedrock, exactly.
Of this whole new decentralized economy.
It's amazing, isn't it?
It's incredible.
Yeah.
But are there challenges too?
Oh, of course.
This level of disruption can't be easy.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Scalability has been a major hurdle for Ethereum.
Okay.
As the network grows, transaction speeds slow down.
Right.
And those gas fees, remember?
Yeah.
They skyrocketed.
Making it difficult for everyday users.
Yeah, it created a real barrier for participation.
So it's a good reminder.
Yeah.
That even groundbreaking technologies have to deal with real-world limitations.
Exactly. And that's why the move to Ethereum 2.0 is so significant.
Okay.
And the implementation of those upgrades we talked about, proof of stake and sharding.
Right, because they're trying to tackle these limitations head on.
Exactly.
Let's break them down a little more.
Okay.
Starting with proof of stake.
Right.
What are the key differences compared to proof of work?
So in proof of work,
yeah.
miners compete to solve complex math problems.
Right.
To validate transactions and secure the network.
Yeah.
It's like a computational arms race.
Right.
Consumes a lot of energy.
Yeah, and that's been a big concern, that energy consumption.
Yeah, the environmental impact is significant.
So proof of stake is different.
It takes a different approach.
Okay.
Instead of miners, we have validators.
Okay.
Who stake their ETH as collateral.
Right, like a security deposit.
Exactly.
To ensure good behavior.
And they're chosen to validate transactions.
Okay.
So the system relies on economic incentives rather than brute computational force.
Interesting.
It addresses the energy issue and could even be more secure.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And what about sharding?
So sharding is all about scalability.
Right.
Instead of processing all transactions on a single blockchain, the network is divided into multiple shards, each one capable of processing transactions in parallel.
So like creating multiple lanes on a highway to handle more traffic.
Exactly.
By distributing the workload, the network can handle way more transactions.
Just at the same time.
Leading to, theoretically, faster transactions and lower fees.
That's the goal. Sharding is a pretty radical change to how the network operates.
Right.
And it's not without its challenges.
Of course not.
There are different sharding techniques, each with its own trade-offs in terms of security, efficiency, and complexity.
So finding the right balance is key.
Absolutely.
It's not just about implementing one solution.
It's a process of evaluating and refining different approaches.
To get to that desired outcome.
Exactly. And the development of Ethereum 2.0 is a testament to the collaborative spirit of the open source community.
I can imagine,
It involves developers, researchers, users from all over the world.
That's amazing.
It really is.
It's amazing how this community is driving innovation and pushing the boundaries.
Yeah, and it all comes back to Vitalik's initial vision of a platform that could support so many different applications and empower individuals.
And that vision goes beyond just the technical aspects.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
He sees this technology as a tool for social change.
Yeah.
A way to address inequality.
Right.
And create a more decentralized and equitable world.
It's like he's trying to build the infrastructure for a new kind of digital society.
Yeah.
One that's more open, transparent, accessible.
Exactly. But achieving that goal is going to be incredibly complex.
Of course, building a new digital society comes with its own set of challenges.
Yeah.
Questions of governance, security, accessibility.
How do you ensure a decentralized system is resilient to attacks?
Right.
How do you create mechanisms for decision-making when there's no central authority?
And how do you prevent new forms of inequality in a decentralized world?
These are all important questions.
Tough questions.
And there are no easy answers.
No, it's going to take a lot of thought, experimentation, probably some trial and error too.
Yeah, but it seems like Vitalik is approaching this with a mix of idealism and pragmatism.
You're right.
He's not naive about the challenges.
No.
He often points out potential problems himself.
Yeah.
And calls for thoughtful solutions.
He gets it,
He understands that building a better future requires more than just good intentions.
Right.
It takes a deep understanding of the technology,
a
willingness to have difficult conversations, and a commitment to building systems that are robust, secure, and inclusive.
It's refreshing to see that intellectual honesty and willingness to really grapple with the complexity.
Yeah, it's not about blindly pushing forward.
Right.
It's about understanding the potential impact and taking responsibility for shaping that impact in a positive direction.
It's like he's saying, use this tech for good.
Exactly.
Which brings us to another aspect of Vitalik's approach.
Okay.
His views on wealth.
Right.
And his stance on certain trends in the crypto world. I remember reading about his decision to donate billions of dollars worth of those dog-themed meme coins.
Yeah, that was a powerful statement.
It really was.
It highlighted his skepticism toward the speculative frenzy surrounding certain crypto assets.
He literally gave away a fortune.
Yeah.
To emphasize real-world applications and long-term value.
It's a reminder that not all innovation is created equal.
Right.
Sometimes we need to step back and critically evaluate.
What are we building and why?
Exactly.
Vitalik's actions speak louder than words in that regard.
He's not just talking about responsible innovation.
Right.
He's putting his money where his mouth is.
Yeah, it's pretty inspiring.
It really is.
To see someone using their influence like that.
Yeah, and it makes you think, right?
Yeah.
As we navigate this crazy evolving tech landscape,
yeah,
what are the values we want to prioritize?
It's a good question.
What kind of future do we want to build?
And to help us answer that question, I think exploring Vitalik's global influence might give us some insight.
Definitely. His impact goes way beyond just the technical realm.
Okay, so we've talked a lot about the tech, the man behind it.
Right.
But let's bring it back to, like, the listener.
Right.
How could all of this actually affect your life?
So think about how you interact with the internet today. Social media, online shopping, banking. Ethereum's vision aims to decentralize a lot of these systems.
So instead of relying on big tech companies to control our data and our transactions, we could have more
ownership.
Yeah, ownership and control over our digital lives.
That's the idea behind Web3, the decentralized web, which Ethereum is playing a big role in building.
And we talked about the Metaverse before.
Yeah.
Which Buterin believes Ethereum will dominate.
He does, yeah.
How could that change,
our everyday experiences?
Yeah, what would that look like?
So imagine a truly immersive internet.
Okay.
Where you can work, play, socialize, even own digital assets in a seamless virtual world.
Okay, yeah.
That's the promise of the Metaverse.
Wow.
And Ethereum could be the foundation for all of it.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah, but it's important to acknowledge that this vision isn't without its challenges.
You're right, of course. What kind of challenges are we talking about?
One of the biggest concerns is making sure that the Metaverse doesn't just replicate the power structures and inequalities of the physical world.
Right.
How do we prevent large corporations from dominating this new virtual landscape? How do we ensure that everyone has equal access and opportunity?
These are questions we'll need to address, for sure.
As the Metaverse takes shape.
Yeah, it's like we're at this crossroads where we have the potential
to
create something truly transformative.
It's true.
But we have to be mindful of the potential downsides.
Absolutely.
And make sure we're guiding this technology
in the right direction.
In a positive direction.
And that's where understanding the tech and having these conversations is so crucial.
We can't just be passive about it.
We need to be active participants.
In shaping its development.
Exactly.
And how it's used.
This all ties back to Buterin's vision.
Right, of a more equitable and decentralized world.
Not just building a new technology, but using it to create a better future.
For everyone.
For everyone, exactly.
So it's a powerful vision.
Yeah.
But let's be realistic for a second.
Okay.
Are there potential downsides that we need to consider?
Decentralization isn't a magic bullet.
Right.
And it could introduce new challenges.
What kind of challenges are we talking about?
Well, for example, how do we ensure accountability and security? In a system with no central authority?
Right.
How do we address disputes? And prevent bad actors from exploiting the system?
These are all valid points.
Yeah, these are questions the Ethereum community and the whole blockchain space are working to solve.
And how do we ensure that?
Yeah.
That everyone can participate?
That's a really important point.
In this new decentralized world.
Accessibility and inclusivity are key.
Yeah, we don't want to create a new digital divide.
Right.
Where some people are left behind.
It's a reminder that technology is never neutral.
That's a good point.
It's a tool that can be used for good or bad. It's up to us to shape its development and use.
In ways that align with our values.
Exactly.
Well said.
Thank you.
So this has been a pretty incredible deep dive, I think, into the world of Ethereum.
It's a fascinating world.
And the mind of Vitalik Buterin.
He's a fascinating guy.
From his unusual childhood to the birth of Ethereum.
Yeah.
The challenges, the potential impact.
It's huge.
And the implications of a decentralized future.
It's a story that's still unfolding.
It really is.
From gamer to blockchain revolutionary, Vitalik's journey has been anything but ordinary.
Yeah, absolutely.
And as Ethereum continues to evolve, it's going to challenge our assumptions.
For sure.
And push the boundaries of what's possible.
So as you go about your day today, we encourage you to keep exploring.
Keep learning.
Learn more about Ethereum, blockchain tech, the decentralized web.
Engage in conversations, ask questions.
Yeah, be an active participant in shaping this future.
The future is ours to create.
That's a great way to put it.
And it all starts with understanding the tools that are shaping our world.
Well, thank you for joining us on this deep dive.
It was my pleasure.